Think about the last time someone did something kind for you. They listened while you vented. They waited. They helped with something you needed. And what was the first thing you said? Sorry for bothering you. Sorry, I know it is a lot. Sorry for taking up your time. You apologized to the person who was helping you. Or maybe this one feels familiar. Someone asks, "Are you okay?" And before you can answer honestly, you say, "Yeah, sorry, you apologized for being asked." Or you are in the middle of telling someone about something that genuinely hurt you, a real thing, something that actually stung. And somewhere in the middle of the sentence, you hear yourself say, "Sorry, and you keep going. Like you just apologized for being hurt to the person you were asking for support. So why does this happen? Why do some people carry sorry like a reflex? Not because they did something wrong, but because somewhere along the way, sorry stopped being about guilt and started being about something else entirely. When most people hear sorry, they think of fault. You made a mistake. You hurt someone. You are acknowledging it. But in everyday life, sorry is doing a different job. Sorry, can I ask something? You are not apologizing for the question. You are trying to soften it, to make yourself smaller before you even speak. Sorry, I'm feeling this way. You are not admitting wrongdoing. You are apologizing for having emotions. Sorry, I just need a minute. You are not causing harm. You are apologizing for being human. In those moments, sorry becomes less about guilt and more about trying to make the space around you feel safe. Some people are especially quick to read the room. A shorter reply, a different tone, a pause that feels slightly colder than usual. Before they consciously understand what happened, their body has already noticed something feels off. And when the brain senses possible tension, it starts searching for the fastest way to make things calm again. For some people, that response is to explain. For others, it is to go quiet. And for many people, it is to apologize. Not because they know they caused the problem, but because sorry can feel like a shortcut back to peace. It says, "Please do not be upset. Please do not pull away. Please let us be okay." There is a quiet belief many people carry without realizing it. If someone around me feels uncomfortable, it is probably my job to fix it. So when someone is annoyed, distant, or silent, you immediately look inward. Was it something I said? Did I ask for too much? Should I have noticed earlier? Psychologists call this hyper-responsibility, feeling accountable not only for your own actions, but for the emotional atmosphere in the entire room. You become the person who smooths things over, the person who says sorry first, just to stop the tension from growing. But other people's emotions are not always evidence that you did something wrong. Someone can be quiet because they are tired. Someone can be irritated because of their own day. Someone can be distant for reasons that have nothing to do with you. And still, your brain reaches for the same sentence, "I'm sorry." For many people, this pattern started early. They learned that being quiet, helpful, and low maintenance made things easier. Maybe conflict felt unpredictable. Maybe asking for too much created problems. Maybe the emotions around them felt intense and hard to navigate. So they became good at taking up less space. They apologized before anyone asked them to. They made themselves easier to be around. Psychologists sometimes call this the fawn response. Instead of fighting tension, leaving it, or shutting down, you try to make the other person comfortable. You become agreeable. You minimize your needs. You say yes when you want to say no. You apologize quickly, not to repair something, but to prevent something. A small signal that says, "I am not a threat. Please do not be upset with me." It can work in the short term. The room feels calmer. But over time, you may start apologizing for things that were never yours to carry. People who feel other people's emotions intensely often apologize more than others. They notice discomfort quickly. They want to reduce it. They care about not causing pain. That is a genuine strength. But empathy becomes heavy when it turns into responsibility. There is a difference between, "I can see that this is hard for you," and "I'm sorry you feel that way," when you did nothing wrong. One shows care. The other quietly places the full emotional weight on you. You can feel someone's pain without owning it. You can be kind without automatically becoming guilty. A genuine apology has a purpose. It names the harm. It takes responsibility. It works to repair trust. I am sorry I hurt you. I should not have said that. I understand why that affected you. That kind of apology matters. But over-apologizing is something different. It happens when sorry becomes your first response to discomfort, even when no harm was caused, even when you are simply asking for something reasonable, even when you are the one who was hurt. If someone bumps into you, you do not need to apologize for being there. If you need help, you do not need to apologize for needing it. If you are feeling something, you do not need to apologize for having feelings. Sometimes the more honest sentence is not, "I'm sorry." Sometimes it is, "Thank you for waiting. Can I ask you something? I need a little help with this. I did not mean to interrupt." Or sometimes, nothing at all. The next time you hear yourself about to say sorry, pause. Did you actually do something wrong? Or are you trying to make the moment less uncomfortable? Are you taking responsibility? Or are you trying to protect yourself from the possibility that someone might be upset? Because often, over-apologizing is not about guilt. It is about fear. Fear of being too much. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of losing the connection. But relationships that are real do not require you to apologize for existing. You do not have to shrink yourself to keep the peace. You do not have to carry every uncomfortable feeling in the room. Saying sorry less does not make you colder. It makes room for something more honest, respect, clarity, and the quiet understanding that you are allowed to take up space without apologizing for it. Your mind has its own reasons for doing the things it does. Sometimes those patterns protect you. Sometimes they make life feel harder. But understanding them is where change begins. If this video made you see your mind a little differently, subscribe to Sycho Decode for more science-based psychology videos. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced this too? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this helpful, leave a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. See you in the next one.